Stop crying. Start grinding. Harsh words. But maybe exactly what you need to hear right now. Nobody is going to feel sorry for you forever. Nobody is going to hand you the life you dream about. Just because you are hurt, just because you are tired, just because things have been unfair, the world does not stop spinning. Because you are sad, it does not pause to give you space to recover. It keeps moving, and if you do not move with it, you get left behind. Crying might get you sympathy, but grinding gets you results. You can spend your days talking about how unfair life is, how hard things have been, how much you deserve better. But at the end of the day, those words do not pay your bills. They do not put food on your table. They do not bring you closer to your dreams. Complaining may make you feel better for a moment, but it does nothing to change your reality. Grinding, on the other hand, hurts in the short term, but changes everything in the long run. You can cry about the struggle, or you can work through it, but you cannot do both. Everyone has pain. Everyone has problems. Everyone has scars. You are not unique. Because life has been unfair to you. The difference between those who stay broken and those who rise is simple. The broken ones keep crying. The winners keep grinding. They take the same pain, the same obstacles, the same unfairness, and they turn it into fuel. You have that same choice every single day. You can either let life crush you, or you can crush it back. The truth is, nobody cares about your tears. Not really. People may act like they do. They may comfort you. They may listen to your stories. But deep down, everyone is focused on their own battles. Everyone is dealing with their own pain. So when you waste your time crying, you are not only losing progress, you are fooling yourself into thinking someone else will save you. Nobody is coming. The only person who can change your life is you. And the only way to do that is through work. Hard, dirty, relentless work. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. They do not exist. Life will always be hard. You will always feel tired. There will always be obstacles. The difference is in what you do despite those conditions. Winners grind when they are tired. They grind when they are broke. They grind when they are scared. They grind when they have every excuse to quit, because they understand grinding is not about how you feel. It is about what you do. You say you want success, but are you willing to pay for it? Because the price is not money, it is sweat. The price is not comfort, it is pain. The price is not luck, it is discipline. Every time you hit snooze, instead of waking up, every time you waste an hour scrolling, instead of working, every time you complain, instead of creating, you are proving that you want comfort more than success. And comfort never built anything worth having. The grind is not pretty. It is lonely. It is exhausting. It is thankless. You will question yourself 1,000 times. You will wonder if it is worth it. You will doubt whether you are cut out for it. And in those moments, most people quit. They go back to crying, back to complaining, back to wishing life was easier. But if you can keep grinding through those moments, if you can keep moving, even when everything in you wants to stop, that is when you separate yourself from the rest. That is when you become the kind of person who cannot be broken. Every tear you shed can either water the seeds of regret or the seeds of growth. Crying without action is wasted energy, but grinding through the tears, working while it hurts, pushing when you are tired, that is where transformation happens. That is when the pain starts to pay off. That is when you look back, months or years later, and realize the grind turned you into someone unrecognizable, someone stronger, someone sharper, someone unstoppable. So yes, cry if you must, let it out. But the moment you are done, get back up and get to work. Do not stay down. Do not let your emotions chain you to the ground. Feel the pain, then use it. Turn it into fuel. Turn it into discipline. Turn it into results. Because life will not wait for you to stop crying. The clock is ticking. Whether you are grinding or not, the only question is, when the time runs out, will you have built something to be proud of, or wasted your time, hoping things would magically change? Stop crying, start grinding. That is the only way forward. Grinding is the great equalizer. You might not be the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented, but if you outwork everyone else, you can still rise above them. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work. Discipline beats luck when luck runs out. Consistency beats excuses every single time. The grind is not glamorous, but it is unstoppable. It is the force that turns average people into champions, nobodies into legends, and broken souls into warriors. The grind does not care about your past. It only cares about what you are willing to do today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Think about the stories of people who made it from nothing. They did not start with comfort. They did not start with perfect conditions. They started in pain, in struggle, in loss. They had every reason to quit, but they chose to grind instead. While others were crying, they were building. While others were complaining, they were working. And when success finally arrived, everyone called them lucky. But it was never luck. It was sweat, sacrifice, and sleepless nights. It was the grind. You need to understand, crying makes you weak because it convinces you that you are powerless. Grinding makes you strong because it reminds you that you are in control. When you grind, you take your life back from excuses. You take your future back from circumstances. You prove to yourself that no matter how much life hits you, you can hit harder. Crying tells the world you are defeated. Grinding tells the world You will not break. Of course, the grind hurts. It hurts to wake up early when you are exhausted. It hurts to keep going when results are slow. It hurts to sacrifice comfort, fun, even relationships for a bigger vision. But you know what hurts more? Regret. Regret is heavier than any grind. Regret is the voice in your head when you are older, whispering that you could have been more, that you could have tried harder, that you could have lived differently. Regret never goes away. It stays with you, reminding you of every time you chose crying over grinding. The grind is temporary pain for permanent results. Regret is permanent pain for temporary comfort. Which one will you choose? Every single day, you have that choice. Wake up and grind, or stay asleep and cry. Work on your goals, or waste your hours blaming others. Build something with your hands, or sit with empty hands, wishing life was different. The grind does not ask for perfection. It only asks for effort. And effort, day after day, transforms into greatness. People will doubt you when you grind. They will mock you. They will question you. They will tell you to relax, to stop being so serious. That is because they cannot see your vision. They do not feel your hunger. They are scared of your discipline because it reminds them of their own laziness. Let them laugh, let them doubt. One day, the same people who questioned your grind will ask how you did it. One day, they will call you lucky, not realizing you earned it in silence while they wasted their time complaining. The grind is lonely, but it is also honest. It never lies to you. The hours you put in will show. The sacrifices you make will show. The discipline you practice will show. Grinding is like planting seeds. At first, there is nothing but dirt. No one claps for you. No one notices. No one believes. But if you keep watering the soil with work, one day, the harvest will come. And when it does, the same people who ignored you will suddenly want to be near you. That is the irony of the grind. It demands everything from you in private before it rewards you in public. So stop wasting time wishing things were easier. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop drowning in self-pity. Nobody is coming. Nobody cares. But that is not bad news. It is good news. It means you do not need anyone else's permission to win. All you need is the grind. Every rep in the gym, every late night working, every hour of practice, every sacrifice of comfort, it all compounds. The grind may feel invisible today, but tomorrow it will become undeniable. People might not see your effort, but they will not be able to ignore your results. So let the tears fall, if they must, but wipe them away quickly and get back to work. Because tears alone do not build empires. They do not build muscles. They do not build legacies. Sweat does. Discipline does. The grind does. Stop crying. Start grinding. Your future depends on it. Grinding is the answer to every excuse you have ever made. You say you do not have the time. Grinding teaches you how to make it. You say you do not have the money. Grinding shows you how to earn it. You say you are too tired. Grinding proves you can go further than your body thinks you can. Every excuse falls apart when it meets consistent effort. The grind exposes lies, not with words, but with results. And results are the only language this world respects. The reason most people never reach their goals is not because they are incapable. It is because they refuse to embrace the grind. They want the prize without the process, the finish line without the race, the applause without the sweat. But life does not work that way. Every victory you admire is built on unseen hours of pain, sacrifice, and relentless effort. Behind every successful person is a graveyard of excuses. Excuses they buried by grinding through them. The grind is not supposed to feel good. It is supposed to feel uncomfortable, exhausting, even unbearable. At times, that is the point. It is in those moments of discomfort that growth is happening. When your body wants to stop, but you keep going, you are training your mind to be stronger than your circumstances. When everything in you screams to quit, but you take one more step, you are building the muscle of resilience. Grinding is not just about achieving goals. It is about transforming into the kind of person who cannot be broken. You cannot cry your way to success. The world is not moved by your tears. It is moved by your work. Crying may release your emotions, but grinding releases your potential, and your potential is far greater than you think. The problem is, you have been silencing it with excuses, with complaints, with comfort. The grind wakes it up. It shakes you. It forces you to confront what you are truly capable of. Most people are terrified of that because it requires more from them than they are willing to give. But if you are willing to give it, if you are willing to grind harder than you cry, your potential will shock you. Grinding does not guarantee that you will win quickly, but it guarantees that you will become stronger every single day, and eventually, strength turns into victory. It may take months, it may take years, but the grind always pays back what it owes. The problem is, most people quit before the payout. They plant the seeds, but never stay long enough to see the harvest. They cry about the dirt, about the rain, about the weight, and then they quit, not realizing that if they had just kept grinding, they were closer to breakthrough than they thought. So the question you need to answer is this: how much pain are you willing to endure? How many nights are you willing to sacrifice? How many times are you willing to fail and get back up? Because success is not about what you say you want. It is about how much you are willing to suffer to get it. The grind is suffering with purpose. It is pain with a direction. It is choosing the hard road because you know the easy one leads nowhere. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop thinking someone else has it easier than you. The grind does not care about fairness. It does not care about background. It only cares about effort. Effort levels the playing field. Effort turns underdogs into champions. Effort turns nobodies into leaders. If you grind harder than the next person, you will eventually pass them, no matter how talented they are. One day, the tears will stop, and the results will speak. One day, the sacrifices will pay off. One day, you will look back at all the nights you wanted to quit, all the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed, all the days you worked in silence, and you will realize it was worth it. Every drop of sweat, every ounce of pain, every moment of discipline, it all added up to the life you once thought was impossible. But that day will never come if you do not grind now. You can keep crying, keep complaining, keep waiting, and you will stay exactly where you are. Or you can wipe your tears, tighten your fists, and grind like your life depends on it, because it does. Your dreams depend on it. Your future depends on it. Your legacy depends on it. Stop crying, start grinding.